I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that once revealed.
Some secret should stay buried, 6 feet under.
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why, it's about what if.
What can you tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. His biochemistry studies are second to none, worthy of a Nobel Prize.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
I'll see you later. Budge. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. I'd like to know a bit more about...
What do
I'll see you later. Can you fill me...
Of course.
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, but over several days, well, it develops into hemorrhage.
There's some kind...
I'm afraid not. Once it's in your system...
I'll see you later.
Damn newcomer! Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
The door won't budge. The door won't budge. This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
I loved you. I always loved you.
Judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around? A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here. This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD's in the center of all of it. This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD's in the center of all of it.
George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine. Mine!
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea! I'm leaving you, George!
Okay, let's see what we...
George?
I don't care what your damn...
You will never understand our cause! My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Yes, it was me.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the freak, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it.
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EO...
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this.
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Like, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to...
What did she mean? Blessed by the sea.
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people? That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth.
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and they appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Perhaps not.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD... I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing...
Keep talking. Now what is it you want from...
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD... My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your talk.
You're a madman, Cavendish. You're willing to let innocent people suffer and die just to get... No, this madness has to stop.
Oh, no, no.
The door won't budge.
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
What's your problem? take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
I found the poisoner and dealt with it.
See, bless you.
Well, see, now that's the interesting part.
Oh. Well, still, it's strange. I never thought he'd have the guts to do.
You're taking this remarkably well for a woman who just found out her ex-husband.
He's nobody to me. The EOD is my family now. We serve. You've done us both a huge favor by relieving him of the burden of his miserable existence.
All right. No more messing around. Get me in touch with your grand poobah.
Easy there, Charlie. I'm a woman of my word. You'll find an Innsmouther there by the name of Maurice. Tell him I...
Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Hey, Mr. Reed.
Do I know you, buddy?
Not yet, but I know you. I also know you're looking for Professor Doe. Ain't that right? The scientist the Order kidnapped.
How do you mean? You know?
Slow down, buddy. Helping each other is not...
What is this order you mentioned?
Yeah. You don't know, do you?
Dagon.
An old being from the depths of the sea. In books, they show him as a monstrous amphibian. And of course...
Well, it's not like I have options.
Believe me, I'll be glad to help you find her. But I need a little help first.
Yeah.
You've seen some of this city now, am I right? You've in England, Wisconsin. Trouble is, it's much easier to get into the Order than to leave. I need somebody to get me out of the city on the quiet. And that's not...
I've no...
Ain't you a detective? There are people in the city. Smugglers. See, I've heard whispers about ads in the newspaper. A new ad every week.
Alright, fine. I'll look into it.
I know where they've got her. I can get you there. You just find me...
I know who's behind Professor Doe's kidnapping. It's an organization called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Most of them stick to the fish market.
I knew there was something fishy about the EOD, the den of those filthy Innsmouth.
Are you using this as an opportunity to make an example of the Innsmouthers? Because and for what it's worth, the only Innsmouther I spoke to was a nice guy.
Are you calling me a bigot, Reed?
Well, that's how you're acting. The Innsmouthers didn't want to end up here, and they didn't do it to spite. Your hatred leaves them no choice but to retaliate. Can't you see the vicious...
They killed my son for
One man, not all of them. If you keep tarring every Innsmouther with the same brush, you'll radicalize them. The only reason the EOD gained power here is because Innsmouthers had nowhere else to turn.
I shall try.
Back to business. I'll continue my search for Professor Doe. I have a promising lead.
Your task remains the same. You say we are dealing with an entire organization? Well, I have something for... Now leave.